Here's Brody Brazil.
I'm sure you know that Fanatics is taking over the fabrication of NHL jerseys, not just the ones that fans will buy, but the actual ones that the players will wear, the pro stock ones the players will wear starting next year. But it's a 10-year arrangement and agreement with a company that's never done this before. What's your take on that?
Well, the first few years, we don't need to worry about it so much. Fanatics will be just taking over the same factory that Adidas had been using. It's going to be the same people manufacturing them, putting them together. As far as I know, up until 27, it's just going to be the Adidas jersey with the Fanatics badge on the back. Right. So we can all exhale a little bit there.
Right.
But that gives Fanatics several years to figure this out. I am going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Hope that they can pull this off. It's a big company. They can hire some smart people. I wouldn't be surprised if they, hire some people over from Adidas. Let's not forget that, Adidas took over from Reebok at one point.
Sure.
And let's not forget how much people freaked out when the NFL switched to Nike a few years ago, and we thought that would be horrible. And, after an adjustment period, Nike sort of figured things out in basketball and the NFL. I'm not, I'm a little hesitant, but I want to see what they can do first. I know there's been some horror stories with people receiving unusual items from Fanatics in the mail. I've certainly been sent them over the years.
I've seen the photos. Yeah, it's like
a New York Rangers T-shirt that says New York Islanders.
Yeah,
that's not going to work. But I feel like they'd have a higher level of control over what goes on the actual ice. Though it would be incredibly hilarious if the same thing happened in the NHL one day in an actual game. Just think about all the content I could get out of that.
Yeah. So player puts on the wrong team sweater when it was supposed to be the right one. Well, I think there's a line too between, to your point, the pro level of the jerseys they make and the fan version. You know what's crazy to me, and I'm oblivious to some of this stuff because if I want something, I have a different avenue to get it. But like the normal fan, the casual common fan cannot purchase the same pro level of hockey sweater that the player is wearing on the ice. And I'm pretty sure in baseball, like you can buy an authentic MLB Nike jersey. In basketball, I'm pretty sure you can get the same jersey your favorite team wears. Is that we're missing something there? If somebody wants to pay premium and they want to get the real thing, why would you stop them from doing that? It's crazy.
Yeah, my only guess can be that because once Nike started selling the authentic on-field MLB stuff, it was very expensive, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't know the American price, but up here, $400 or $500 a jersey.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. I mean, there's an exchange right there, so it might work out to be the same. But there's a lot of negative press that comes with something like that. Can you see how expensive this is?
Sure.
The media will pick out what the most expensive one is and say, this is how much jerseys cost these days. I think there's just maybe not enough of a demand for the price that Adidas and later Fanatics would have to come up with in order to sell the same on-ice quality. For the NHL, a hockey sweater is pretty hefty, versus a baseball jersey. And if a baseball jersey is going for $400,
yeah,
what's a hockey sweater going to go for, right? Are we talking $500-600? People aren't going to like that. So I think that it's just that the demand is so low, the price is so high that Adidas thought, well, what's the point? Let's not bother doing this. It's not worth our time. And if fans do want on-ice quality, they can, talk to the team. They can buy game used items at auction.
That's right.
Or overstock, which, sometimes you'll see teams sell game ready or game issue jerseys through auction. And they usually go for about $500-600. So,
it's interesting to me to see how all of this plays out with Fanatics. I know that it's a new entry to them, but it's also not something unfamiliar because didn't they take over MLB's jersey sales for a while? Like Nike logos, put on the jerseys, but actually Fanatics made jerseys. So it's not entirely new, but again, it's just something atypical. And the 10-year part of it too kind of blew my mind. When does any league agree to anything for a 10-year period? It's
when they pay a lot of money.
Yeah, a little bit uncharted, but I guess we'll see how that goes.